everybody, and welcome back to The New Nasty Boys. I'm your co-host this morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you decide to watch or listen to this thing, Billy DeVore. And sitting next to me is my co-host,
Chris Weir. What's up, Nasty Nation? Welcome back to the Fart Dungeon. Good to have you back.
Good to be in the aroma.
Oh yeah, we're cooking one up down here.
Yeah, I definitely ripped two right before, and I went, hold on, we got to delay, we got to let it aerate. Mm-hmm. Let it seep into the walls.
We got multiple fart corners established here.
I loved it on Saturday that you looked at me and you walked across to the back of the basement at Commonwealth Sanctuary and you went, establishing the fart corner.
Oh yeah, that was a must. I had to establish that. That was had some stuff brewing in the gut. That was it was a fun night that Billy recorded that night, and yeah, the boys were out to play.
It was a must. Mm-hmm. That is tough to say.
Really is.
Must. Yes, it was fun. That was super fun. And thanks to everybody who came out and all that good stuff. I haven't gotten to make a formal internet post because I've been tired.
Yeah.
We're doing this a little late tonight. I went to the game today. Chris had some barbecue stuff because Memorial Day. And yeah, we're here. We're in it after a long, super fun weekend.
Yeah, there was a lot of good comedy, great comedy. Billy crushed it at the Commonwealth.
Oh.
Hats off to him. Hats off to the Commonwealth for putting that on. That was our first recording. Had some nice equipment. I think it's going to turn out real great. I know it's going to turn out great. I was there. I watched it. It was terrific.
Yeah, and you're going to get some clips from that too. Like, it was awesome. They did a bang-up job. I think you're going to see a lot more cool stuff from there in the future. Everyone there is fantastic. Everything that they do is top shelf, and the comics they have coming in, like Michael Ian Black,
Todd Barry might be going there. Todd Glass.
Whoa, yeah. I mean, those are some pillars in the comedy community that are like vets, known commodities that are coming in. So make sure to keep up with their schedule, and I'll keep everyone posted on whenever I decide to put out my stuff. So it'll be sooner rather than later. Mm-hmm. What's really nice is like how they have it set up. They had a person in the control room and they were live editing it. There's only two parts we weren't really happy with. I was like, what? So it's done? I don't
That's
have to
crazy.
do anything?
Yeah, you just have it like already mapped out for you. Here's a flash drive. That's all you got to do.
There you go.
Do the SEO stuff.
Yeah.
Throw it on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. Or I could try and sell it, but I highly doubt it. You know, no one asked me to do this, so who would want to buy it? But
YouTube, man, I think that's just what's hip.
Yeah, it's hip. They pay you directly, and then just boost some ads and get the ball rolling, and we'll see what happens. Mm-hmm. But yeah, super fun then. And then you killed it on Sunday with Future Science, man.
It was great. The Future Science boys, they got back together. It was fun. Carl, Wayne, Logan, Andy, Motor, where we had it at. It was a lot of fun. It was like a sketch show that we do, but we just kind of nerd out, do some stupid stuff on video, also live performance, and it was a hoot. I'll tell you that.
And I can't wait to see like how the videos turn out online and post them, and then like the response it gets. And I'll tell you what. It was super fun blasting Logan in the face with mayonnaise.
That is not a euphemism. That literally happened. And I do have video of that. We'll try to post that. But it was part of a sketch. We had a mayonnaise sommelier. He says it away. Sommelier mayonnaise.
Which is disgusting.
Yeah, so he's, use your imagination. He's sampling mayonnaise. And the particular thing Billy was helping out with was about a mayo that received peak taste with when it's released with velocity. Yeah, that was the thing. So he's using like one of those kid squirt guns. He just so yeah, blasted Logan in the face.
The best was I get up there and I'm looking at this jar of what appears to be mayonnaise, and and our buddy Adam Bass is holding it, and I've got it in there and I'm sucking it out, and the sound just and I'm like, oh, this is so gross. And I lean up and I hit him in the chest, and I go from belly button up, and then I go back in to refill, and as soon as it's full, he looks at me and he goes, hit me in the face, you coward.
Yeah.
And as soon as he finished coward, I'm blasting him directly in the face with mayonnaise, and it is hilarious.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was definitely the last sketch that we had to do for that show. There was no topping that.
Yeah, you can't open with it because then you had like this giant blanket, which is now just covered in mayonnaise.
Yeah, some really disgusting photos of just his jeans caked in this. He was using yogurt. I'll say that. That was
Yes.
give you a peek behind the curtain. Didn't look any better. So he had this vanilla yogurt that was just everywhere. I'm glad we put a tarp down because it was definitely a tarp set that we had to do.
And now you get to hear how the mayo was made. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, I mean, tarp, everything. Yeah, then you just have to fold it up. I didn't get any on me, but like when I pulled that gun out the second time and it had that mayonnaise all on the edge, I gagged.
Oh, there's a nice still photo of just like the table because they had a nice setup of a table of like a decanter, a nice shot glass, this mayo jar, and then this big squirt gun thing just laying on top. There's, I mean, that picture would tell a very large story without any words.
None. Oh man! So I can't wait for Gen Pop to see it.
Yeah, we're gonna put out some fun clips there. So check out Future Science. Check out Billy's stuff when he puts it out there. And also, again, thanks to Commonwealth because we did shoot some scenes there. And also, again, hats off to Motor for letting us do all this crazy stuff.
You're the scene of you being the pastor was so funny.
That was fun to shoot.
It looked like you were having fun.
It was a blast.
Dude.
It really was. And they had all this different like religious paraphernalia in the basement because it's an old church at the Commonwealth, and so everything they had was perfect and we used. So it was good. We'll post a link or something once that's available.
And then the old church sign that says today's attendance 02.
Yeah. Oh, it was so pitiful but perfect.
It was perfect. It was excellent. So I can't wait to share all that with you guys, and you guys get to see it. My thing. And anything else happened for you this week? Anything exciting?
I mean, that was it, dude. Like that was like such the peak thing is like doing all the stuff we've been prepping for a while, like Future Science, because it's not like stand up where you just go and do your thing, say your words. Like when you're like doing videos, you have to like coordinate and meet up with people. So there's a lot more prep work to it. So then like once that happens, and you got to just sit there, you're just kind of like listening to people, you know, watching your stuff, or then you go up there and perform it. It's a different sort of experience. But that was, I'm so glad that we did that again, and hopefully we'll do it again in the future.
Yeah, hey!
Yeah.
Hopefully there's a science for it.
Hey, come on.
Well, this was a big week for me, not just because of the recording. I got a new bidet.
Lay it on me, sister.
Dude, I got a Toto bidet. Now, I did not pay full retail for this bidet. I got on Bid FTA, which is like a website where people return stuff from Amazon.
I was going to say, is this like an eBay thing? We got like a gently used bidet?
Yeah. What if it was open box.
So it was like open but not used? Is that what they call it?
It was still on the plastic.
Certified pre-owned?
Yeah, I got it pre-owned. The nozzle's still good. No skids on the back of the seat. It had been sanitized. No, it was still in the plastic.
Okay.
And so why I think it was returned was someone did order on Amazon and they got the wrong mount for it.
Okay.
And they just took the mount that they needed out of that box and then threw in their old one and was like, oh no, we got the wrong mount in here, and just returned it without having to buy the piece. So we had to buy the piece. But dude, this thing, life-changing.
Yeah, tell me about it. I don't have one yet.
Okay.
Yet.
I'm going to send you the link. You're going to need to get one of these. Okay. Dude, it has an oscillating rear cleaner.
Oh, really?
So you hold it, and it's a semi-auto. It's like a 3-round Glock right in your hole, like.
Oh, nice.
It's heated water, so it's just warm, cleaning you out, dude.
Okay.
Heated seat. Deodorizer, so it doesn't stink. Like the bathroom no longer stinks when I am on top of my throne, just making it happen.
I can't believe this is where we're at with technology. That's amazing.
It's this dude, front, back. It has like multiple settings for your head. So it's just like when you get in a car and you're like, oh shoot, my wife was driving it last. I need to hit 2. That's how it's just cleaned right out. And the presets, all that, and then you just hit all this stuff on the side. I felt like a DJ just cleaning my hole.
Yeah.
Beep boop boop, beep boop boop, making some beats while I'm dropping turds. Unreal.
There's a fog machine.
The strobe lights start going off. I take the Oakleys off the back of my head, put them on the front. But it's been life-changing. I had to use toilet paper once this week.
I feel like a fool.
It's unreal.
I feel like the Amish still using like just paper for my butt.
Yeah. I was like, I no longer feel like I'm prepping to go box. Because I don't have to wrap my hand around.
Here we go. Gonna bust through a window here. I do use like the wipes, like the wet wipes, but I'll start off dry, work my way to the wet. But everyone I talk to about bidets, it's just like, bro, you don't even know, man.
Over.
You don't even know.
Over.
It's like people that went to Hawaii. They're like, dude, I can't even talk to you until you've done. You've never experienced what like true like colors are until you've been to Hawaii.
Until you've been to the Big Island, you don't fucking get it.
Yeah, until you've rode the road to Hana, you don't understand.
You don't know what true paradise is. So yeah, okay. You got to come over and take it for a test drive.
Okay, I'll take it for a spin.
You got to take it for a spin, and you'll be like, "Holy cow, I need one of these."
I'm definitely going to stop at Taco Bell first because I want the full experience. If I'm taking it out for a test spin, I'm going to hit those corners.
Yeah, you take those hard 90s.
Okay.
Yeah, you burn rubber. Well, it's going to smell like you burned rubber after Taco Bell.
Yeah, we'll be burning something.
Yeah, I had Taco Bell this week, and then I was running around doing some deliveries, and I had Taco Bell, and then I was like feeling it build, and I was like, oh, I get to go home and use my bidet.
Oh man, if it's something you get to look forward to, I have to try it.
It also ruins everything else. I can no longer use a public restroom.
Yeah, that's got to be a much different step for you now because you just feel like, what am I shitting with peasants?
Yeah.
This is stupid. This is how the poor people shit.
I look down on fools who defecate like this.
I spit on you with my hands first, then I wipe it on my taint just to a little familiarity.
To really get it going. Yeah, man. It's just like I was at the Reds game today, and I was just like, how long till I'm home? 35? I can hold. Hold.
You don't want to waste that poop.
No, I don't. Yeah, and now that I have a lap of luxury. Come on, it's pretty great. So that was like that was the highlight of the week. Aside from recording my second comedy album, that was the highlight.
Yeah. Getting your clock cleaned. Cleaning my clock.
Cleaning the clock. Oh man. So let's just get right on into it. There have been some leaks. Leaks have come through of the Toronto Blue Jays City Connect. We got the jersey leak and we got the hat leak. We don't have a pants leak. That'd be kind of funny though. Come on.
Not until Fanatics has something to say about it.
Hey! Oh, dude, we're just busting up seams over here. Come on. What do you think?
They're pretty bad. I don't really care for it. Those are hard colors to have in black. It's a very intense red and royal blue sitting on top of black. It's a bit of a garish looking combination there, and it just looks like something again like it would be for like a monster truck rally. It doesn't scream like, hey, quality design. It's like, just throw the skyline out there. We'll make it looks like something to wear in the metro station. It does look like a uniform someone would like be riding on like the L or something.
Yeah. It's definitely like screams public transit. I think it kind of looks like Walmart Tron.
Oh, it does. The hats especially.
Yeah, very much like an 80s look of what the future would look like, especially with the lines and like the strop shadow, the shadows going underneath the buildings. Very much like an early 90s CGI animation of what a satellite image would look like of a city.
Yeah, I can see that. Like the first like few options you have in Photoshop for like a bevel and an emboss, like they're just throwing like, just put a drop shadow on it, man. That's great. We got a glow effect.
And then just the Toronto itself is kind of like, again, a Tron font. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's trying to scream futuristic like they were trying to do with the Red City Connect, but there are some things I like about it.
Okay.
And it's the piping.
Okay.
The little Blue Jays logo under the tag. And I do like the dark blue Blue Jay on the sleeve.
I can't really even see that. Oh, I can see it like right there.
Yeah, you really got to look for it. And then it looks like the the saying in here under the tag is like diversity R, and then it's like I can't really make it out. It's not a very good high-res photo of it.
Diversity
R strength or something.
Yeah, diversity R strength.
Well, diversity R strength, which Toronto is a very, very diverse city, and it's second largest in North America. I like the hat, but my friend said that live in Canada, I've talked to him about it, there was no need for the maple leaf. But I was like, hey, it's Nike. It's gonna have a maple leaf in it.
I would like to see more of the Blue Jay. I think I do like the birds, a lot of the bird mascots. I think the Blue Jay is a cool one, but I don't really care for this one much at all. I think the skyline's pretty boring. I think it on the black with that blue, it just doesn't sit right. It looks like something wearing like a softball league or something like that. I don't think it's really that elevated. I'm sure there's a great story behind the red and the blue tea, how it comes together to form the maple syrup and all these different layered stories. But to me, it just looks like a very basic design.
Yeah, it might be something to do with the public transit.
It does look like a public transit thing.
Straight up looks like the rail tee. I don't know. And also that hat looks navy. So you're telling me that's navy, and then the jersey's black? We're doing the thing I hate the most: navy with black.
Yeah, it's just confusing on the eyes.
Bingo. It throws me off every time.
Yeah, I don't dig it.
I hate it. But friend of the pod, Tyler Snipes, said that the illustration on the jersey looks like a pause menu from a PS2 game.
Yeah, it really does. It's got like those kind of like early 2000s lines going across.
Yeah. I said it's very Need for Speed Underground vibes. So again, I think it's going to be a big miss. But the thing that we don't have for this is we don't know what the pants look like.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you the red and blue piping on the sleeves on the side, that's going to be down the side of the pants, and they're going to be black or navy pants.
Yeah, probably. I think the piping would look cool. I do like that. But I just think it's just a general miss on what the conception is for the skyline. I don't think they did a good job of encapsulating like a city. It looks very stock.
Yeah, it's very boring. Also, if you notice, the jersey piping and the hat piping don't match.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
Look at it again. It's a lighter blue on the sleeve of the jersey,
dude,
compared to on the hat. The hat's a little darker.
That's a huge miss if they did that.
But this is run of the mill, dude. Like the Nationals, like you can see it on theirs. Like the big miss on the new jerseys and the new uniform, the white home one. The hat navies don't match.
Yeah, it seems like very avoidable mistakes.
Agreed. And it's almost like that they're trying to get both hands to work together, but they're doing it from opposite sides of the room.
Yeah, or like, hey, we can save money by using these stitchings that we had left over from this. Does it match? No, not necessarily, but hey, it would save us some money.
Yeah, and who's going to notice?
Yeah.
I don't know, everyone?
Yeah, everyone, all of us fucking geeks over here talking about your threads.
Us dorks who like spend money on this stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to see the pants, but I already know what they're going to look like. I think this is a misfire, not a good one. I don't know. I like the hat. I think the hat's cool, but again, after saying the public transit thing, I'm like, yeah, kind of boring. And the Blue Jays, retro Blue Jay is so iconic that it's hard to not use it again or to do a color change with it. Like, why did you do that T in the red and blue when you could have done the outline of the Blue Jay with those two colors?
Yeah, exactly. You could have made it like embrace like the Metro thing that they're trying to do, but have a bit of like an accent or the entire outline of the Blue Jay.
Yep.
It combines both worlds.
Yeah, and like they did that with the red C for the City Connect. They changed the shape of the C, but it still is throwing back to the Wishbone C and incorporating the fact that all of the lines in there represent a different bridge crossing into Cincinnati. There could have been more there, but we don't have the full story on why this looks like something someone who drives a bus would wear. So
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. It's like something to hand off to bus drivers.
we don't know. We'll find out probably next week. I think that's when we'll find out. But until we get the full story, this is what's been leaked, and they wet the bed.
Agreed.
Okay. Because I've been really fighting. I was like, yeah, no, yeah, and now I'm full off board.
I do like a good simple take when it's done right, but like looking at that tee and then looking at the jersey itself, I'm disassociate them entirely. They don't seem to be going or matching.
No, I agree.
Besides the piping.
Yeah.
Even though that literally is not matching.
Even though this is very off. Again, it could be different lighting in different rooms and all this stuff. So when we see a professional photo, instead of just some ding dong with his iPhone, just like, I'm putting this on the internet. But I saw the Cardinals City Connect in person today. The Lou.
Yeah.
Looks like shit.
Yeah.
Man, it's bad.
Oh, that's a bummer.
It's so bad. No, it's not a bummer. It's great. Fuck that town. Fuck every piece of shit that likes the Cardinals. Those, I have decided, Cardinals fans are the dumbest ones who come to our ballpark.
Why would you say that?
Okay, dude, I'm leaving today.
Okay.
It seemed like every time I was walking around, one of those dipshits in a Molina jersey just stepped in front of me.
I cannot stand that. People that have like no sort of sense of how to walk in public.
None. I had a guy holding a baby wearing a little dumbass Cardinals jersey.
Oh, hit that baby.
No. He ran into me with the baby when I was walking. He like bumped, and I was like, "What the?" He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "How do you not care for your child who's got a soft spot? You're just ramming it into me. What do we do? What are you doing?"
Leading with the soft spot.
Maybe I can make him into a cone head. I love that movie.
I'm gonna round this off a bit more.
Will someone get the sander? I fucked up Jeremy's head again. But dude, it was, and then like getting out. So we were in like section 113. So we're going out. We're going up the steps. You go left. Okay.
Okay.
Go left, and there were people coming from behind it up. Pretty normal. But then there were so many dingbats in the baby blue Cardinal jersey and the cream Cardinal jersey.
Yeah.
You know, just all of those colors I hate. Those big dumb birds over their fat tits. And they just would like go behind me and then go left when people were coming this way when we're trying to go the other way, and then just cut off all traffic.
Drives me insane. People that don't condense together, that kind of like fan out in public. It's like, what do you want? Like, is this your whole sidewalk right now? Is this what we got to do? Oh, this is where you want to stand, just in the middle? Okay, fine, fair enough. Looking up, looking all around. Yeah, sure, take it all in. Is it your first time outside?
I think it might be.
Yeah.
Just a guy, and here's the craziest thing to me. One of the guys who cut me off was standing left to me and tried to like step in front where I'm like, we're all going to get out at some point. Chill out. He had just bought, and the game had ended, just bought a pretzel. With the soft pretzel with the cheese. As in, he waited in line in the frickin' top of the ninth, got a pretzel, overpaid for it, and then left.
What a moron.
What a dipshit. Go to Kroger and get a box of 8 of them for the same price you just got at the stadium, you moron.
I want to see how their pretzels taste versus our pretzels.
They're probably the exact same brand that everywhere already has. Might as well. Gotta put it to the test. Idiots.
Dumb people.
Buffoons. Get out of my town. I am already sick of them, and they're here for 2 more days.
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
They're dumb baby powder blues.
And your new awful City Connect.
And your newborn babies with their unripe heads. And they're all their soft spots.
Their heads come to a point because their brains will never fully develop.
Goddamn bird brains, bro. Little baby bird brains.
Little bird brains, dude. There was actually today, it was so funny to me anyway. There's this mom was walking her baby, or like toddler.
Walking it like on a leash?
Yeah, on a leash, yeah. No, just like by the hand. Have this toddler, they're walking up the steps. Kid doesn't even recognize what's like really going on or has spatial awareness, but is like looking back, and the kid walks directly right into one of those hand poles in the middle. And I was like, the kid starts crying like, oh, it really I was like, yeah, because your brain will never fully develop because you're a Cardinals fan.
CTE, baby.
CTE. And then that baby, that toddler, whatever, came back later, and the mom was carrying the baby, and she was crying while they're going down the steps. And I was like, oh, that's a really good Ollie Marmol impression.
I don't get it.
It's the Cardinals manager who's been tossed like 7 times already this year.
Oh, shit, okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
Whining. Cardinals, whining.
Babies. Wee, wee. I hate the Cardinals. I'm so glad they're bad.
Yeah, I hate their fans so much.
God, the best fans in baseball. Get out of here.
The arrogance.
They proved that they weren't today.
It's like the boomers calling themselves the greatest generation and just believing that. It's like, what? You're because you said it? Or because Dan Rather said it? Or whoever the fuck said it?
No, the worst generation. Mm-hmm. Get out of here. So yeah, I just wanted to get that off my chest. We'll get to what happened today later and look at the rest of the series that's coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday. But
yeah, we'll have plenty more time to crap on the Cards.
Dude, boy howdy. Speaking of load of crap, poor Ronald Acuna Jr. Big Ron.
Yeah, dude, that was awful.
Terrible. If you didn't see the clip, you can look it up. It doesn't look that bad. He was just taking a lead off a second and then turned weird, and then his knee popped and his ACL's toast, and he's done the rest of the year. How do the Braves recover at this point? And if you had to guess, who are the Braves going to trade for to replace the production that Ronald Acuna Jr. brings to that lineup?
I don't know. First off, it was awful. It was like a non-play sort of injury. He wasn't in the middle of a rundown or anything. So it was one of those awkward things that you see. It's like, that's awful. So you feel terrible for him, obviously, the team. You never want to see that for any player, let alone, one of your franchise's best. MVP. So I don't know what they're going to do about it. They're obviously going to move on if they're going to trade for somebody. I don't know who they'd be looking at. But do you have some ideas?
Luis Robert Jr. would be the only guy that could come close to having that much production, but he's hurt as well. Mm-hmm. That'd be my guess.
Do you think they can make it to the playoffs without him in their lineup? Or
yeah, but they're not winning the World Series. Mm-hmm. I just don't. I mean, without the production, he wasn't even close to how good he was last year. This year. Because I have him in fantasy and I'm scrambling, but I don't think they could win it all without him. There's no way, so they'll have to find a way. And again, in 2019, Anthopoulos went out and he traded for Jorge Soler, Eddie Rosario, and pieced together a replacement in the aggregate.
Yeah. And there's a lot of anticipation for this team wanting to go into the playoffs and do better than what they did last year. Did great in the regular season, fell flat postseason. So I think they can't get there this time and do worse than what they did. So they're going to have to respond to this injury.
Yeah, and they lost Spencer Strider. Strider.
Yeah, dude.
So you lost your ace and you lost your best player. I mean, look, Matt Olson has not been playing as well as he did last year. They're without Sean Murphy. They're without Austin Riley. So, they can get those pieces back and be good, but they're not going to be elite and compete with somebody like the Phillies to take the crown in the NL. But
right, if you're in the front office, you're not going to want to be sitting on your hands at this point. You're obviously going to be coming up with some options here. So,
Alex Anthopoulos is a G. He's going to figure it out. But I'm just saying, number one on the list is the Braves are going to try and figure out how they get Luis Robert Jr. from the White Sox and throw him in center or right field.
Sure.
And then that's some pop, that's steals, that's going to come close to the production. And then you go, okay, and then maybe see what other supplementary moves they can make. But that's the one guy I would target. That's the one guy that you would give up the farm for. And that's a guy you kind of can build around too, moving forward. So, you got Duvall a 1-year deal. I think Ozuna's deal is up soon as well. So that could be a guy to slide in when you lose somebody else to free agency.
For sure.
So, yeah. Also, at the Reds game on Sunday, the rain was getting ready to come down, and the tarp came out. And you know who else came out? The tarp monster. That top was hungry.
Claim the victim.
Claim him. Got him right. And it was so funny. It was like right by the mound.
Yeah.
So you see the mound, and then you just see another little person like, meow, meow. How do I get out of here? And they can't like stop pulling the tarp. They can't
what can you
undo
do?
it. No, exactly. You can't be like, all right, we got to pull it back. Becky got stuck again.
Yeah, it seems inhumane, but there's nothing they can really do. The die has been cast. It's already happening.
Yeah. So my question is, if you were in that situation, how would you get out of the tarp?
Oh, I would just move to a different city. Start a new life, probably.
Yeah.
It seems really embarrassing. No, I mean it happens. It's slippery. It's challenging. That's not easy. But it would be great if like you come out of there, but you're all just like cut up and your shirt's all ripped up. Like you're like, hey, I got me.
I got me. And you're just like, you come out, it's like, it was hell in there.
Yeah.
You come out with 3 cigarettes in your mouth.
I got back from Nam.
I can't unsee what I saw under that tarp monster.
Charlie was everywhere.
No, that's just the company that sponsors the tarp. It's on the inside of the... I saw them everywhere.
It's their logo, sir. Yeah, dude. They should have some other like promotional things with that. It would be funny, almost like do like a Jackass thing where they have like Wee Man go in, and then like the big fat Patrice Lacey or whatever it is comes out.
Yeah.
Do like the old switcheroo under there, like the old sheepdog fashion. Switch out people.
Yeah. I was thinking, it looked like, she kind of did a little circle to figure it out. And someone went out and they were like tapping, like, no, it's like a sensory thing. Like, no, here. Here. And they're like, huh? And she's just army crawling her way out. Like, I'll get there sometime.
Like the Dune thing where they have to hit their fists. And who's ever underneath there just has to come on out.
Yeah, bring up the worm.
Yeah, but it's like getting like lost in like a corn maze. You have no idea where you're at.
No clue. And it's like heavy and hot in there. Mm-hmm. So I commend her. She did come out army style. I will tell you, I would have just got on my back and then just kept rolling sideways.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
Because I'm off the mound and I got a little bit of height to work with, so then I can get some momentum going. So that way, when they pull the tarp up and I walk out, I immediately vomit because I get motion sickness pretty easily.
Or just keep rolling and rolling down into the dugout. Nothing to see here, folks.
No, we're good. Yeah, no, this was planned. Yeah. No, I'm a clown. It's so funny that I just got that image of them putting the spike in and then pounding the sand and the dirt and the worm coming out, and it's just like, it's not a worm that comes out because it's in Cincinnati, it's a cheese coney.
Big old cheese coney.
Big old cheese coney.
Looks pretty similar.
Oh, we all
like
just,
the very front of it.
Yeah, they all just tackle it, just start taking bites out of it. Mm-hmm. So fun. But yeah, I love the Attack of the Tarp Monster. Anytime it pops up, it's just it's a highlight I watch over and over again.
It's fun.
It's so fun. Here's something really fun. Angel Hernandez is retiring.
Interesting.
So you know how I fumbled the lead for that?
Yeah, you want to try it again?
No, because I was doing it how Angel Hernandez would do it.
Just missing it?
Yeah, blowing it, dude. Absolutely blowing it. Good riddance. The Wicked Witch is done. Gone.
Yeah, we just found that out beforehand, and we were talking about if that was something like, if that was a planned retirement, or if that was like, hey man, we cannot keep getting this heat. Like if he was kind of forced out. I'm not sure what your thoughts are.
I think it's kind of like, hey man, you've been here 30 years. We'll give you the full pension, but could you go? He's been nothing but bad this year, and when you're capturing headlines and making the sport as a whole look bad, bro, you gotta go.
Yeah, when you're getting headlines above the actual talent, that's not like a good thing, and rightfully so for him. I know a lot of times he catches more heat than what might be necessary, but not often, because he is without a doubt one of the worst umps. And if you're going to, going through his stats, he routinely is off by a lot. So we also were talking about if you think this might be something, him being forced out with the introduction of the ABS, automatic balls and strikes system, coming into play, when there's going to be a lot more scrutiny over production with umps.
Sure, but we won't be seeing that until 2026. So I think this straight up was him making the sport look bad, getting headlines because he was bad, especially the Wyatt Langford situation. I mean, that was just atrocious. So, and he hadn't umped since May 6th. So it was kind of like the league took a look at that tape and they were like, this isn't going to get any better.
kind of like a soft firing, like if you ever worked at like a restaurant or like anything where it's just like, hey, you're not fired, but you're not on any shifts this week.
Schedule fired.
Yeah, I got the schedule fired.
Have you ever been schedule fired?
No, surprisingly, I've been real fired a lot.
I've been schedule fired twice. And they did the same. They did just like, they were like, yeah, we don't have any shifts for you here. This was when I was working at GameStop, and I was like, oh, cool. Is there anywhere else I could get shifts? And they would be like, oh, fine. He's just too nice. So they would call other stores, and be like, yeah, we got you some shifts here, and they just kept moving me around.
But they kept like making like your range of work. Like, you got to keep driving like 2 hours or something.
Oh, I had to drive to Northgate Mall from Newtown. So it's like, I guess I'm gonna drive 35 minutes.
Yeah,
each way to keep working at GameStop. So yeah, no, I've been schedule fired.
This is what it kind of feels like for Angel Hernandez.
Yeah, he's like, I got to drive to Northgate Mall to up a ball game. So this isn't like official. I guess MLB's announcing it on Tuesday, but if it's leaking now, I think it's because they're like, well, might as well let it get out before we make the full thing and test the waters. And everyone's like, yeah, the response was how we thought it would be. Everyone's hyped.
Yeah, celebration.
Yeah, it's just like the when they redid Return of the Jedi, and there's the celebration scene when the Emperor dies and the Death Star explodes. Everyone's dancing. That's what's happening in every MLB city right now.
The Wicked Witch is dead.
He's dead. He dead. He gone. Bye. So yeah, good riddance. 30 years in the league is nothing to scoff at. He tried to sue the league, saying that they were discriminating against him because he was a minority, not because he was bad at his job, and lost that case because, didn't know how to read the room. Fucking moron. So yeah, that's the fun news of the week there. Some of it not fun, some of it really fun. Some of it's great. Some of it's great. The Reds themselves had a very interesting week and an interesting start to this week. I would say dropping 2 out of 3 to the Padres to start last week wasn't great, but what was great, sweeping the Dodgers and taking the first game in the series against the Cardinals.
Hell yeah, that was awesome.
That was fantastic.
The first time they swept the Dodgers, 2018, something like that?
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
It's been a long time because the Dodgers have also been very good for a long time.
Yeah, if you didn't know.
If you spend $1.1 billion in the offseason on free agents, you get pretty good results.
Yeah, some good fortune's going to trickle down your way. So
yeah,
that was great, especially coming off of a lot of really bad series. It's been a month since that series win, since they had won a previous one. So it's been a rough stretch, and to do it against the Dodgers, that's definitely something to build momentum off of.
Do you think the reason that the momentum has started, the streak has begun, is it because David Bell destroyed that chair?
I don't want to say no, because I do think it had something to do with that. I think whenever you see a manager, especially maybe someone like David Bell, he is familiar with getting tossed out of games, but I don't recall seeing him throw a chair or anything like that. When someone acts outside of their normal selves, it's showing the other people around him, the players, like, hey, I'm putting myself out there for you. So yeah, I do think it's a rallying point.
Yeah, where he's like, I've done everything I can, and it happened because Jake Fraley got hit in the hand, and then he went out of the game, and he just was like, enough. I'm tired of my players getting hit, and he just destroyed the chair because he's like, this is what they're doing to me, and just million pieces. It stayed pretty much intact, I think, actually.
Yeah, well, he injured himself a bit. He almost got himself on the IL because he hurt his. I think he had a bandage or something over. I think he hurt his wrist.
Thumb too.
Yeah, something like that.
Because it bounced back. The chair fought back and almost won.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, man. So yeah, he's putting himself out there. So the players respond. I think definitely had something to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, he was hitting that chair harder than most of the lineup was hitting the baseball.
Yeah, that was a higher, was it blast rate, I think he had, or whatever it is.
Not a lot of swords there. So, good swing radius. But yeah, man, that, I think that really got them moving and got them going. And I'll tell you what, the reason that they lost those 2 out of 3 to the Padres, And it wasn't really because of the starting pitching. Why they won was, probably because of the starting pitching. It was pretty good. Especially Andrew Abbott. Andrew Abbott, 7 innings, no earned runs, 4 hits, 1 walk, 2 Ks, 8 whiffs, but 7 innings, no runs, 4 hits. That is the ideal Abbott outing.
Yeah, give me 7 innings, no runs every time. Yes, please.
Keep pounding the strike zone. I mean, he had 51 fastballs and then mixed in the changeup and sweepers. 17 changeups, 16 sweepers. So which means he's pounding the strike zone with that fastball, and that sets up those other pitches, and he occasionally busted out the curveball. He didn't need to strike people out because he's like, I'm giving you length, I'm giving you weak contact, and we are moving this game along.
I think, too, like with the hitters, they're respecting these pitchers more, showing, like when Abbott is showing that he is attacking the zone, the hitters are going to swing more often, and they tend to make weak contact, so they're helping him get further and further into games. So I do like that. I think there's a response coming from the hitters that are recognizing the tendencies of, Abbott and the other pitchers with the Reds.
Yeah, and when he's placing that fastball high in the zone, they're thinking it's coming in faster than it actually is, and they're just dribbling it, and they're in front of it.
Yeah.
So, dude, let's go. I can't wait to see what he does tomorrow/today against the Cardinals. Their lineup is trash, so he's going to have another field day.
Yeah, I really hope so. I like to see him keep stringing these nice starts together. Better than nice, great starts.
Great starts. And then the next day, Nick Martinez, 4 2/3, 5 earned runs, 8 hits, 1 walk, 2 Ks. The curveball and the slider got smoked. He threw the curveball 8 times, the slider 7 times. Both of those pitches, 100% hard contact rate.
Yeah, I was not feeling it that game.
No, not at all. And what's so odd is that on Sunday, they flipped it over to a bullpen game and Suter pitched for 2/3 of an inning. And then Nick Martinez was good.
Yeah, he was great. I'm not sure if there's something to that sort of mentality, that approach, whatever is happening for his potential prep work, what might be different. But yeah, he definitely seemed like a much different pitcher between those 2 starts.
Yeah, he went 4 1/3, 1 hit, 3 Ks. That is night and day. He faced 1 less batter and got 5 times better the results.
And not to mention, one was against the Dodgers, and the other was against the Padres. So I don't understand it. I think he was definitely feeling a lot better, but there has to be something to the effect. I mean, we talk about Diaz as having a different sort of mentality, so maybe he does need an opener. Maybe that does make him feel a bit more comfortable that the game has already started, and he just comes in and just knows how to operate.
Yeah. I think you're right with the mentality thing, because I saw that it was like he has a 4.75 ERA when he's a starter. And it's probably inflated now because of that. But as a reliever, he's got like a 1.91 ERA. So there you go. The recipe for him is right there. Give him an opener, and then he's fine.
It's one of those weird things that the numbers reflecting the intangibles of the game, where you can't necessarily put a finger on like what is in this combination of like why he prefers potentially to start a game versus having an opener. But you do see the differences in the opening versus him coming in when he does, or what he did for the Dodgers.
His control's just way better. I don't get it. And then you got Frankie, who did not have a great start to the start, but finished strong. 6 innings, 4 earned runs, 9 hits, 1 walk, 3 Ks. His fastball location was not good to start. Kind of just right down the heart of the plate, belt high. Not great. Not where you want those. And he gave up 4 runs in 2 innings of work. And then pitched 4 innings with giving up 0 runs after that, because he started dotting the fastball, and then that set up the splitter, the sinker, and the cutter, and the slider.
Yeah, with Frankie, it seems like we're still wanting to get back to where he was at the very beginning of the season of just having this complete control over his pitches. And yeah, he's still, like we talked about him being a veteran pitcher, he's going to be able to adjust inning to inning. But we're seeing this more where he's having issues locating certain pitches, and the collection of balls in the zone middle in is just... I'm surprised he didn't give up more runs just looking at this.
Yeah, and to a pretty decent lineup. So, he's going to have his ups and downs. He still hadn't pitched a full season of baseball since 2023. And this is, his 7th start? Give him a little bit more time. There's no rush on this guy. But again, the length is solid. And the fact that he bounced back, he can roll that momentum over to his next start and what he learned and what he was feeling. And you know what's really nice in this next start? It's warmed up.
Yeah, that should bode well for him. I know he's had a couple difficult outings with inclement weather. So hopefully this will be a nice, easy game for him here to just build and hopefully get himself in a better situation to pitch.
Yeah, absolutely. Then you roll this over. You roll over to the Dodgers series. Graham Ashcraft, 5 1/3, 5 earned runs, 8 hits, 1 walk, 3 Ks. That cutter is not good right now.
No, man, it's not working. And I got really stoked because, the first inning, he seemed to do really well. He threw a slider to Freddie Freeman that just had so much downward break. I'm like, hell yeah, he's going to lock it in here. And then the next inning, it was just like, what? It was going on. It just felt like he completely just lost the feel for these pitches. So, the location's bad. He's not able to then, set up pitches. So then you just see these results. So I'm surprised that with this performance that was turned in, the Reds were still able to get a victory.
Yeah. This if this happened 2 weeks ago, they'd be like, oh, man, we lost 7-0, huh? But no, They fought back. They got home. They thank God they fucking won. But my thing is, this isn't the first time we've seen this from Ashcraft. One thing I need to check here. I'm going to do this right now while I'm thinking about it.
And I know I'm going to throw another thing at you. Was this the one that Indy hit a grand slam? I'm trying to remember okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was the high scoring one.
Yes.
Yeah, it was definitely, I say, for entertainment value, you're up and down with your emotions on this one. So from that aspect, awesome ball game to watch. So if you went there, I'm sure you got your money's worth. If you went to GABP that night.
Yeah. So I'm trying to find it here real quick.
Oh, you're good, bro.
Brah.
And speaking of India, I'm glad to see that he's actually seems to turn a corner here with the Dodgers series. And so far with the Cardinals, at least I believe he got on base a couple times.
So here's the deal. I'm looking up. We have not gotten any new news on Brandon Williamson. Okay. The last thing we heard was on May 19th. Okay. Brandon Williams. Okay, that's later. But the latest news is he will make his second AAA rehab start for the Bats on Tuesday versus the Iowa Cubs. Why I ask this? How much of a leash does Ashcraft have before you have to go, well, you clearly don't have it right now. We're going to bring up Williamson for a start or two, give you a little spell of a break, and you need to find a way to earn your way back into this rotation.
I would say if he would have to do, another few starts worse or the same as what he's been doing performance-wise, and it also depends on Brandon Williams' performance too, because Ashcraft, there's a lot put on his shoulders and expectations for him to do well. He's just been struggling a lot as of late. I'm not sure what it is, but it seems like he doesn't have control over his pitches, struggles finding the zone, and then professional hitters are going to do what professional hitters do and capitalize on it, and we can't really have that much right now with, up until recently, there's been a very anemic offense turned in by the Reds. So I'm not sure. I'm definitely excited to see Brandon get healthy, come back, because there could be, more innings for him to have up here.
Yeah. He's got the Cardinals next. And I'm looking at his last couple lines, May 8th against against the Snakes, 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, right? And then at the Snakes, 4 innings pitched, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, gave up 2 bombs, 3 strikeouts. And then both the past 2 against the Dodgers, 5 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 5 Ks. And then again at home, 5 1/3, 5 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, 1 homer, 1 walk. Those are like what you expect from your 5 starter, and this is a guy you were kind of hoping would take the next step. So I'm with you. Just you got to see what happens with Williamson and how he does in AAA. Because he was on a stretch where he had 5 quality starts in a row, and then got COVID. He got sick and was never the same dude.
Yeah, so I'm not sure there's any additional things going on with Ashcraft. Maybe there is some fundamental things that he just needs to work on, or is a little tired. I'm not quite sure what it is, but we just know we're not seeing the best version of Ashcraft right now.
No, and we saw the best version of Ashcraft around this time last year. Remember how bad he was at the end of April in 23, and then had a string of quality starts in a row. So hopefully, yeah, man, I want him to find it. I want him to figure out this cutter. I need him to figure out his sinker. But right now, he's just all over the place and is not effective.
No, and his pitches don't have too much of a differentiation between like velocity. So when they're just kind of coasting around, all within that same like 8 to 10 mile per hour difference zone, he gets rocked as well as gives up a lot of walks.
Yeah, and you don't want that to happen. Someone who's not having that happen, Hunter Green, dude.
Yeah, man. Dude's locking it in.
When we said we wanted to see him turn a corner, this is exactly what we were talking about.
100%. And the other things we're talking about, in addition to turning the corner, or at least some of the recipes for that would be increase the amount of different pitches that he's throwing, i.e. splitter, which he's done here in this start on the 25th with 12 splitters against the Dodgers. And he's going deeper into games, getting less strikeouts, but that's translating to going into, deeper into games.
Yeah.
So we'll take that. That is amazing.
And one of those splitters struck out Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, dude. That's confidence.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered for Hunter Green.
I mean, just think about that. Think about it like a couple weeks ago, talking about Hunter Green having one of these performances as well as striking out Ohtani on a splitter. It just seems like, yeah, right. I'm not sure. But, yeah, dude, definitely as far as turning corners go, right here.
Yeah, because there were a few times where we kept looking back and we're like, did he even throw the splitter today? Oh, no, he abandoned it, didn't have a feel for it. And then against the Dodgers Saturday night, he's like, I've got a feel for it. And I'm getting 23 whiffs.
Yeah, dude.
On pitches. That's fucking bananas.
This is what we want to see out of Hunter, and I think this is what Hunter is expecting to see out of himself as well. So I am thoroughly excited to see what he's going to keep doing here the rest of the season.
Yeah, I am too, man. And guess what? I'm really excited to see that cute little puppy at the ballpark more. That dude is so sweet.
Dude, that's awesome.
He's a sweet little boy.
What was it, like a little Frenchie?
Yeah, it's a tiny little Frenchie bulldog.
Oh, those are so popular now.
He's so cute. He all the way. Just want to give him big wet kisses.
This is a Hunter Green Frenchie bulldog appreciation podcast now.
Oh, he's so cute. Good over you. Eric, our buddy who sits, we sit with him. He went to the Q&A that the Reds had on, I think it was Saturday for season ticket holders. Mm-hmm. I got invited. I was just busy. And he was walking around the field with the dog. And he has photos. Next time you see him, ask him to see those because they are precious.
That's great. Man, if I was a professional baseball player, I would take my puppy to the field with me, have it run around. What a better place.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh, you're a dog? You want to run around a big green field? I know a spot.
I got a perfect spot for you. Yeah, you can go pee over there. Just don't poop over there. That's where David broke the chair.
That's Marge Schatz territory over there. It's Schatz's zone.
I love that story that Lark has where he's like, yeah, Schatzy would just run around and poop on the field, and I'd be out there fielding ground balls, and I'd have to dodge turds and try and make the play.
Wild.
Insane.
Hall of Famer.
Jeez. Hunter Green's next start will be against the Cubbies, I believe. That is correct. It'll be against the Cubbies. So, and that'll be the Friday day game.
I was going to say, are we going to be there for that? Maybe.
We'll be there for the Lodolo one. Maybe Hunter Green. We'll see. We'll see. We don't know.
We'll talk about that a little bit
We'll
later.
figure it later. And then you have the bullpen day.
Love a bullpen day.
Yeah, the bullpen day on Sunday. Suter with 2/3 of it. Overall, the bullpen, 9 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 8 Ks. And that is with the brunt of the work. The brunt of the work. There it is. Good God. The brunt of the work from Nick Martinez, which we already said before. And Carson Spears, 3 1/3, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 3 Ks. And he just got sent back down to AAA. What a bummer.
I know, that's how it goes sometimes.
That's how it goes. You know, that's exactly what we anticipated. But Alexis Diaz with the save. We touched on it earlier, but Nick Martinez needs an opener if he's going to be the long relief or the starter-ish. So, but that plan, it worked in LA, and then it worked here again.
I really like it. I'm thinking also, like, psychologically, if you're the opposing team, what that does to you, just understanding that you're facing a different almost trajectory for your offense of that day, for how they're attacking you. So I think it does put the offense in at least an unfamiliar situation of just kind of like literally working backwards for the most. Well,
yeah,
to some regards. So I like it, and it's been really effective. And if you're talking about, groups within like the Reds, the bullpen starters, offense, defense, the shining team so far has been the bullpen. The bullpen has just been outstanding for the Reds.
It has, and what they're doing is you're matching up weaknesses. Looking through the lineup, and you're going, all right. So Suter, a lot of spin to start, great. Nick Martinez, is your curveball on? Is your slider on? Is your changeup on? A lot of spin, a lot of break. And it worked again. So moving forward, I if we don't have all 5 starters, I see this happening again. But that's until, who knows, when Brandon Williamson gets healthy. And this is something the Reds have talked about in spring training, and we're seeing it, which is this is a 6-7 deep rotation and will plan to be. And then today, 5 1/3. Well, yesterday when you're watching this, whatever, Monday, Memorial Day, 5 1/3, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 3 Ks, 1 dinger given up to Paul Goldschmidt in Lodolo's return from the groin injury. Look sharp.
Yeah, I was listening today. I was hanging out doing the whole burger and beer thing. But he is. I love seeing that coming off of his little IL stint.
I do too. He could have kept going. He was at 81 pitches, but you don't want to overdo it with a guy who just came back.
Yeah, and why not flip it over to the most effective part of your team right now?
The most effective part of your team is your bullpen. Today, the Reds bullpen struck out 9 of the 11 batters they faced. Fernando Cruz, 1 2/3 with 5 Ks. He was disgusting.
That's great. I mean, we never had like concerns with him. He's a great pitcher, clearly right here. So this is a really tough bullpen to get past.
Yeah, it is. And Sam Mull locked it in, 1 inning, 2 Ks. Sims with the save, 1 inning, 2 Ks. The bullpen gave up combined 0 hits today.
Fat zero,
dude. The bullpen, again, this is the statistics without today. The bullpen last week, 1.42 ERA.
That's awesome.
They had 25 1/3 innings pitched with a 7.82 Ks per 9 with a 1.78 walks per 9 with a 0.38 homers per 9, which means they're striking people out, they're not walking them, and they aren't giving up bombs.
No, and if you want to condense that down, just because we're talking about starters, condense that down into one player, that's a Cy Young winner. I know it's very small, we're taking this apart, but I mean, even if you add in the game here, that is even better for them. So they're looking outstanding in this stretch, and they were, great last year, building on that this year. So hats off to the bullpen.
There's only one reliever with a crooked number for last week, and that was Brent Suter with 2 earned runs. Sam Mull had an earned run. And Carson Spears had an earned run, but again, 3 1/3 innings worth of work against the Dodgers. And something else that was pretty big, Alexis Diaz had 3 saves last week.
Yeah, man, looking good. Although he had a walk, the first one, I believe, of that, and it
On Friday.
Yeah, and it was looking like you could see it. It was like he was dropping his hand like a little bit, and it was having that fastball where it was just running out, the side of his hand, and he kept getting those balls falling away from the left-handed batters. But then I think they had like a little, come to Jesus meeting on the mound there, and then like bam, bam, bam.
They're like, hey, man, you need to chill out. You got this. And he was like, all right, I can do that. And then came back, and guess what?
Yeah, dude.
Looked like the guy that we were saying he is. He's a closer. He does it when he's called upon, and he finally had the opportunity. He didn't get it today because he had worked 3 straight against the Dodgers. So, you know what? Lucas Sims can go get the save. But, man, what a bullpen. How can... They're just so good, and they're so locked in right now.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I love seeing that how well they are operating together. It does seem like a very militant sort of operation that they're putting together.
When they're on, dude, they're on. And we still haven't had a week where we're like, everyone sucked.
Yeah, I don't feel that sense of shakiness when they call on the bullpen. I'm feeling like, okay, I know they're gonna go with Cruz here. They're gonna try maybe throw in Sims. Like you feel like roles are being defined through like positive outings.
Yeah, and this is after losing Emilio Pagan.
Yeah,
this is you lose one of your main dudes, and you know what? He'll be back soon, but. They pick up right where they left off, man. And you sub out Pagan and you put in Martinez.
And not to mention Lucas Sims. Or not Lucas Sims. Fucking blew his arm out again in the booth. TJ Antone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without him. And, I mean, you still don't... Eat Tane hasn't come back yet.
Yeah. So, like, a lot of their, like, whole composition isn't reached or hasn't gotten there, which, of course, you're going to go through injuries and stuff. But, yeah, even with those injuries, they've been able to still be, like, a really dominant force.
Yeah. You know who was a lot better this week?
Who?
The offense.
Yeah, buddy.
We're going to start here because I'm not thrilled about it.
Okay.
I'm kind of livid. What is this new home run celebration and why?
I don't mind it. I think it's funny.
What?
I think it's funny because everyone's doing these things like celebrating. Look at me. And the Reds just run out of the fucking dugout and go into the clubhouse. That's funny. I think it's funny.
I think it's bullshit.
I think it's hilarious.
No, it's bad.
Like everyone wants to like see him celebrate. Like, fuck it, we're gonna celebrate by ourselves. They'll probably come up with something new, but I thought it was funny.
Supposedly, it's on Luke Maley to figure something out, and I don't think has he hit 1 or 2 home runs this year.
I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure that's an incentive for him to try and be, chipping into the home run count for him to try and come up with a celebration. But as of right now, I think it's funny.
As of right now, I think it's bad for business. That's what I think it is. If you're someone who's selling T-shirts based on home run celebrations, you kind of need one to sell some stuff.
I understand.
Okay, so what am I just supposed to do? Just say home run celebration and it's a black hole?
Yeah.
That's it?
Home run celebration loading.
Look, that's funny. There we go.
That's the angle.
There it is, done.
But I think they'll find something else to do. It's always a fluid changing thing because, I agree. Like, anytime you have, sometimes the Viking cape or, the dudes with, the pizzas.
I love the pizza celebration.
But if you're down 9, you feel like a goddamn fool. You're going to stand the pizza. We're getting our asses handed to us. All right, take this children's costume off of me.
Yeah, get rid of this helmet. I'm over it.
Mm-hmm. I'm an adult. What am I doing?
Yeah. I'm an adult. Now, you know what the whole angle now could be? It's like, I'm an adult. And they just pull a bong out from your gear bag and just hit it.
I like that celebration. It's legal now, bros.
We're good. Oh.
It's going to be legal in Ohio soon.
It is legal.
It is?
Yeah. You just can't buy it anywhere legally, but yeah, it's 100% legal.
I thought it was like recreationally.
Yeah.
Oh,
legal.
dang. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can have up to 4 plants per person growing in your house too.
Hey, how about it?
Yeah, there you go. Update. Move over to Ohio. We have legal stuff.
Move the fart dunge.
Move the fart dunge. It's going to stink like flour.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot more of a fog in there, but it's not going to all be stink. It'll be stinky.
It'll stink. Okay, so the Reds' offense last week, again, not including today, 222, 335 with a 389 slug with a weighted runs created plus of 106. Holy shit, they're 6 above average in the weighted runs created plus department.
How about that?
They had a positive WAR offensively this week.
Crazy.
0.6.
They actually had bats.
They had bats.
And they brought them.
And they used them to their full ability. Mm-hmm. Jake Fraley on the week in 4 games. Again, this is in 8 at-bats. But 375, 444, 375. And he had a nice day again today. He's just slapping it, just trying to get it through.
Yeah, I like seeing when he comes up to the plate, he does seem to have like a solid game plan, and he's been making good contact. So, yeah, I'd love to see him get more at-bats here.
Me too. Might as well test out and see if he can hit against lefties, but there's a reason that isn't happening, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Spencer Steer.
Fear the Steer, baby. He's back.
He's back, and we're back. 294, 455, 765 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs, and not including today, where today he went 1 for 4 with a strikeout. Guess what? He's back. And that hit he had in the first was solid contact, and he tagged a few today.
Dude, yeah, his balls are traveling more. You can definitely feel like he's he's not getting fooled, putting more of the meat on the bat. Just looking better.
Looking so much better. And also, more selective at the plate. Last week, a 22.7 walk rate. Okay? Dude, that is what you needed to see from him because he had the same strikeout to walk rate last week, but again, it's not a 0, which means he's not forcing it. He's letting the ball come to him, let it travel, and he's being more selective because he's seeing it better. So He's getting locked back in. Hernandez is exactly as advertised. So much speed, lots of contact, 0 power. 294, 381, 353 on the week. There was an error for him at first. That was charged to the first baseman instead of being a hit. I thought it would be a hit. Watching him run live, holy crap, that man is fast.
He's fast. And he's also missing a lot of hair on top of his head. Yeah. We were talking about that. Him, Tyler Stevenson, there's a few others. Probably Luke Maley.
Steer's got a bad one.
Rogaine needs to sponsor this team. There is way too many dudes in their mid-20s that are missing a lot of hair on top.
You know how they get that sponsor in there and where they put the Rogaine?
Where?
On the tarp.
Oh, on the tarp. Or on the mound, too. That kind of looks like the bald spot.
Oh, yeah, it looks like the bald spot, but then they put it on the tarp, and it just says, Rogaine.
We got you covered.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, send us a check, Rogaine.
Go, come on. Hand it over. Come on. Hand it over. We got this. Or it's Keeps or Hims or any one of them. We got you covered.
Yeah, just send us money, okay?
Just send it over. We've earned this. Come on.
Send us money.
Give it to us. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Nick Martini, Candelario, Jonathan India with the granny, by the way, and Benson all homered this week. When was the last time we said a list of Reds like that homered in a week? And Candy did it today again.
Yeah, I can't recall. Normally, it was just 1 or 2 players and everyone else being anemic, and now it's the contribution by a team.
By a lot, by a good chunk of the lineup. That India granny on Friday, when he just swatted it and threw the bat down and knew that he hit a granny, was awesome to see from him.
Dude, I was so stoked. Just took that pitch, that heater on the inside part of the plate, like, bam, I know where to plant this.
I got it, and it's gone, baby.
Yeah, that was sweet.
I accredit it to him going back to the Captain Jack Sparrow mustache.
Okay. I dig it. Yeah, whatever works. And also Steer's going back to the stash.
I think as a collective team decision was, we're growing the mustaches. And guess what? Big mustache energy, that gives you a lot of moxie, a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
And this is speaking from experience.
Yeah, you got the stash.
I've had it for years, and I'll tell you what, I have been overly confident for many years.
And your OPS has gone up tremendously.
Dude, my weighted runs created plus, ask my bidet about them.
Yeah, dude, whatever it is, the mustaches, it's just fun. It seems like they're having a lot more fun right now.
They are having a lot more fun because they're home. Mm-hmm. They're home, and they're done playing the NL West, and they're getting ready to play their division, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. All right. I got to do it.
What are you doing?
I will be giving flowers where flowers are due.
Okay.
Stuart Fairchild. What a week!
Man, that guy is making highlight after highlight.
Dude, that snag in center field, he got airborne, and it just felt like he got lifted by the angels to grab that ball.
Oh, it definitely felt like that. Just grabbed him by the hips.
Up, and he's got to gently put him back down, and there you go.
Yeah, that is definitely an early contender for catch of the year. That was like a phenomenal one that you dream about.
Yeah, that, and then the one that he had in San Diego, too. I'm like, that's some top 10 leather work, dog.
Yeah, the way they're actually, and they talked to us before, they do go over drills about catching and robbing home run balls.
Yeah.
At least getting them familiar with how to travel into a wall.
Yes, how to deal with the wall. Also, 273, 429, 545 for the week. He followed up snagging a homer by putting one over the fence. Weighted one, created plus of 176 for the week.
Way to go, Stu.
Way to go, Stuart. Stuart Little, congratulations. I'm not talking shit about you right now.
We ain't.
We ain't doing it. We're not doing it.
We can't.
I really want to, though. Yeah, you little shit. Well, we can talk a little shit,
Sure.
just to get them. Yeah, you suck, man. You don't know how to steal home runs or hit home runs.
Come on.
Boo, boo. All right, the bad. Okay. Will Benson is just hitting the ball hard or not at all. 2 hits last week. One of them was a home run. Gotta get him going soon.
Yeah, he'd be a nice contributor to this lineup. Also, him just being on base, being a stolen base threat, which pretty much everybody is in this team, but he does seem to be an additional, fire starter with this lineup, and it would just be so great to get his bat back involved with this team here.
Yeah, 182, 280, 273 with the home run. Or wait, am I reading this wrong? Am I an idiot?
You're on Ellie, I think.
No. Yeah, you're right. 182, 357, 455. So, 1 home run. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what his walk rate is, but it seems like he's just not getting on base.
His walk rate this is surprising. You ready for this one?
Sure.
21.4.
Get the fuck out.
Above league average.
What?
But he's striking out 42.9% of the time.
Okay, so maybe it's like just weighing more in my head and memory.
He's just striking out. He's doing sometimes he'll hit the ball and it'll leave the ballpark, or it's getting caught by somebody. He needs to get some shit to drop. I don't know what you fix, but it seems like this has been the norm for him this whole season.
Yeah, where it seems like he might break out of the funk, but it just doesn't happen. He's been edging us.
Dude, it's hardcore edging.
Yeah.
Let's check something here. Why don't we do that?
Okay.
What do you think about that?
Let's
What do you
check
think about
something.
that, pal?
We got the internet here. Why not?
Well, we got the internet. Okay, well, boy. Whew, dude. Okay, ready?
Lay it on me.
He is in the 87th percentile on barrel rate, 85th percentile on hard hit, and 85th percentile on chase rate, and 82nd percentile in walk rate for the entire year. So the metrics are saying, yeah, he's hitting the ball hard. Just landed in gloves.
I think maybe just have some of these fall for these guys, because we were talking about this with Candelario and Steer, where they were going through this period where they were hitting the ball hard and just not having much to show for it. And I think just having that we're talking about before of the confidence, be like, dude, can I do this? Like, yeah, you can. I bet you'll have a few soft ones to start landing, and all of a sudden he'll just have like a big game, and hopefully that'll help him literally get back in the swing of things here.
Yeah. Hey.
Come on, we do that sometime.
Hey, there it is. And today he went 1 for 2. So how about that? So one did land for him today. Mm-hmm. Hopefully this is the start of something beautiful this week for him.
I think so.
This is kind of wild. Ellie's in a funk, and it's been all month.
That's weird, because I think the last productive game he had, wasn't it against the Dodgers back in L.A.?
Yeah.
Where he had that 4 for 4, then all of a sudden he started to...
4 steals?
Yeah, then he started to try and take bigger cuts, and it just seems he's been getting decimated on this slow stuff.
He's getting decimated low in the zone.
Mm-hmm. Like these knuckle curves he got just chopped up with, and yeah, it seems to be like he's just out of a rhythm at the plate.
Yeah, completely out of rhythm. This week, a 30.8% K rate. So 182, 280, 273. And here's where it's even more concerning. 209, 292, 302 on the month with a homer, 5 ribbies, 35.1% K rate to an 8.2% walk rate. What is pretty cool is 13 stolen bases. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, so when he's getting on, he's being productive.
Or he's giving away outs, which he has been ought to do a few times because he's not getting on as much. So it's like, well, we know he's taking off, but just win. And he's not baiting them, trying to get that second pickoff.
Right.
Where that's where he can take advantage of the pitcher trying to throw over. But and Tyler Stevenson also in a funk, 143, 200, 200. Hopefully he bounces back this week. And today he had no hits, 1 walk, one strikeout, 0 for 4.
Yeah, I mean, he was white hot for, 2 weeks about?
Yeah, this was inevitable. So he'll bounce back either this week or next week. But he's not been cold for long.
Right. So it's unfortunate that, while all the other players are doing well, he's not participating in the celebration, but as well as Ellie. However, I do fully feel that they're going to be in that group of guys we were just talking about here.
Yeah. But then you look at the bottom of your lineup and you go Santiago Espinal, Luke Maile, Mike Ford. Not great. Both well under the Mendoza line. You never really expected much from them. You wish you could get some more production, but it's not where you're like, man, if Mike Ford was hitting better, this team would be taking. It's like, no.
Right. And at least with Espinal, he can do something in the field where he's had some nice runs saved from a hot glove. Whereas Ford, you just aren't going to get that. And if he's not bringing the bat, he's not bringing anything.
Correct.
So just some more unfortunate things with some names that, Reds fans didn't anticipate having to get familiar with for their starting lineups. But that's baseball, baby.
That's baseball, baby.
But damn, it is really nice having some slick defense, man.
It's nice.
I really do like that. Just seeing like the way athleticism is being more of a prominent thing and a necessity with baseball, with how more frequently I guess you're seeing more ground balls, there's more defensive plays being needed to be made. So
and Espinal's a vacuum.
Yes, he is.
That guy, there's a reason you brought him in. He's got a gold glove and he was an all-star. Dude, injuries. We looked at Williams and we talked about that earlier. TJ Friel can be back by the end of this week.
Thank God.
Oh, if he's back and he gets back to where he was last year, and you've got Stuart Fairchild playing like this, you've got this lineup hitting very well, starting to come back around to the way that we thought they would this year. You just got longer again.
It did. And I know it's still early, but just looking at standings here, I think it's 3 out of the wild card.
3.5, yeah.
Something like that. And still pretty bunched up for the division, minus the Brewers. So this is a very critical time that if you want to take advantage of climbing up the ladder, now would be a great time. And boy, howdy, if you have TJ Friel, not TJ Friel, Oh, no, TJ.
Yeah, you were right.
Yeah, if we have
You're good, bud.
Yeah, sorry. So many names floating around. But yeah, we have TJ come back in the lineup. That would be just a big shot in the arm for this team.
23 out of the next 31 games are against the NL Central. You can get your guy who was your overall WAR leader last year back in the lineup. And I feel like we've been saying this all year. You make the lineup longer, you make it faster, and you make it defensively better. You can really start chipping away at the 7.5 that the Brewers are in front of you. Because then you are beating the people in front of you, you're dropping them in the standings, and you're getting closer and closer. So this week, again, we have the dumb dick Cardinals. And then Thursday, off day.
All right.
Travel day to Chicago, where we'll be in Chicago. You got 3 at Chicago in the friendly confines. And then they fly from the friendly confines to Colorado. And you've got 3 at Colorado. And that team is bad. Follow that with a 4 spot at home against the Cubs. You got that Monday off. And then June 11th and 12th at home against the Guards. Thursday off. Holy crap, they have 2 days off in a week. That hasn't really happened in a long time.
Yeah.
Then they go to Milwaukee for 3. And then to Pittsburgh for 3. Off on the 20th. Then you're in a home stretch of 3 at home against the Red Sox. 3 at home against the Pirates. And then you close out June with 4 at St. Louis.
An opportunity to really change the landscape of your division.
And you're getting healthy at the right time. Your pitching has been clicking at the right time, and your offense is finally getting hotter. This is when it matters. When we looked at May and we were saying in April, stack those wins because May's tough and we're going to get discouraged. We ended up closing out against the NL West and sweeping the Dodgers.
That feels good.
That feels good. And you're taking that momentum into that part of your schedule where honestly looks pretty easy. And it's not how you play them, it's when you play them. And the Cubs are slumping right now.
Yeah, and these teams that are in our division are going to be facing some tougher parts of their schedules. So, yeah, get these teams now and really start chipping away. When
the Cubs bullpen is as decimated as it is right now, take advantage of that and collect those wins, leapfrog them. The Pirates, their offense is not clicking. I don't want to face Jared Jones. I don't want to face Paul Skeens, but you can face the other guys in that rotation. You feel pretty good about it. And the fact that they are not really hitting feels good to play them when you're going into the middle of June. The Guardians are real good, so I don't want to play them right now. I really don't. The Red Sox their starting pitching's great, but their offense is very meh. So, and we already covered the Cardinals, and boy, gross. I hate them. So we'll beat the shit out of them. Fuck the Cardinals. I hate them just the most. They're
not fun. I always just have like an idea of some just yuppie person every time I think about it. I think about their fans. I associate Cardinals fans with Dave Matthews fans.
Yeah?
They're just trash, garbage, and for some reason have this holier-than-thou attitude.
Oh, I just look at them as like, it's just white trash with money, which is the worst. They're like, they just, they spend all their money on really nice, stupid shit.
I know. They're the type of fan that wears a sweater to a ballpark. Like, get the fuck out.
Bull, full knit. Get out of here. Like a really nice golf shirt.
I can see that. Are they bringing like Tupperware of like their own foods and cheeses?
Okay, I would do that.
Yeah, I know, but like not the way they do it.
Not the way they do it. Yeah, they bring in their own dumb, like, what is that? Whatever that cheese is on that dumb pizza. So
Brie?
No, it's like a special type of cheese that's on the Emo's pizza. That's like the St. Louis thing.
Nah.
Whatever. So the rest of this week, you've got, we had Lodolo Lynn today. Well, sorry, yesterday. Today you have Abbott Gibson, and then the Cardinals are throwing out one of their top prospects. I don't know if you've heard of him, TBD. Pretty cool guy. And then we got Frankie going back out there. Hopefully he can capitalize on those last 4 innings instead of the first 2 from his last start. Take 2 out of 3, which, guess what? They already took 1.
Yeah, very doable. More than doable.
More than doable. Win 5 in a row.
Yeah, you just beat the Dodgers. You swept them. You can clearly do that again to the Cardinals. So, this is a great opportunity here.
Yeah, you ain't out bullets in the pen.
That's for sure.
Because, they get in that spot. Alexis Diaz is rested. Just throwing it out there. And then you go out to Chicago, and it's Green, Lodolo, Abbott. Or do I have that wrong? Because Lodolo went today.
If Abbott is going tomorrow, then that should follow next week.
Right. That's right. Okay. Like we said, 7.5 back in the Central, 3.5 back in the wild card. You feel fine. It's not ideal where we are, where we want to be, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
I agree. So
we're going to be all right. We're going to be okay. You just got to be around 500. And we're pretty close to it. Because then, it's a long season.
Yeah, like you said, we control our destiny.
That's right. So, let's round third and head for home. What do you got, pal?
I got pretty much the same thing you got, buddy. We're going to Chicago. Yeah.
Ranter Fest.
Yeah.
Ranter Fest. Ranter Fest.
So I think we're going to do one podcast, one stand-up show.
Yeah, so we're doing stand-up. I forget the venue on Friday. We're doing that right after the game.
Yeah, so it's in Wrigleyville.
It's in Wrigleyville. Just follow the laughter. You'll be heading towards us. Friday, and then Saturday, live pod. And then Sunday, we're doing a softball game. All of the benefit, the money from this goes to charity, goes to the Lost Boys Foundation. Lost Boys is pretty cool. It goes to get guns out of neighborhoods and out of the hands of kids.
Right on.
No more child gun death.
Yeah, we can do something about it.
We can do something about it. We don't like it. We're not a fan. So we're doing something about it.
Oh, and also that Sunday as well, later when we're driving back, we're going to go through Indianapolis to be in the Sunday show at Black Circle. If you haven't been there, it is one of the best comedy shows in the universe.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
One of the best Sunday shows around. So yeah, come check that out. Sweet. So thank you to Sports Drink for hosting the audio of this podcast. Much appreciated, dogs. And thanks to In the Clutch. Check out intheclutch.com. Use the promo code NASTYBOYS, all caps, get 10% off. Guess what they can get on the website right now?
A shirt, maybe?
A shirt. The official Ranterfest 2024 shirt.
Hey, how about that?
How about it? So go get that, and if you order it, like when I released this morning, it might ship to you by the time that Ranterfest begins on Friday.
Pretty cool.
But that's if you order it right now. Right now. So thank you for having me back in the Fart Dungeon.
Oh, absolutely, baby.
Dude, what a great weekend. This is a great way to end a 4-day weekend, to launch into this short work week before we head off to Chicago.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to it.
We did it.
We did.
We killed it. And thank you guys for watching and or listening. And as always, go Red Legs.
Go Red Legs.